See, when you're hurt in a relationship with someone, there's at least three wrong things you can do, but only one right thing. The odds are not with us on this one, people. See, what a lot of us do, and this is easy, is just cut that person off. And in doing so, you know what that is? We're committing the sin of pride, which is expressed in many ways. Self-sufficiency, I don't need God, I'll do it on my own. Self-righteousness, I don't need God to deal with my sin, I can cover it on my own. Self-pity, I don't trust God's work in my life, so I've got to make myself a martyr and feel bad and make everybody else feel like I've really suffered. But pride is also self-protection, which is basically this: I can't trust God with my hurt, and so I'm going to keep people from getting close to me, specifically people that have hurt me. And that's what you do when you cut people off. You basically say, you've hurt me too bad, I can't trust God to work in that, so I'm not even going to try to engage that. Now let me say this: there are times when people have hurt, sinned against you, even abused you, that there are some boundaries where you don't keep getting hurt. There's some truth to that. But just to cut people off and not give God any room to work in your heart, to speak to you about how to relate to them, that's sinful, right? Other people, we just don't deal directly with the offense. So whereas before we had this kind of relationship that was on kind of this deeper level, we just go up here with it. Right? Just stay in the shallow end. We don't get in the deep end relationally. And then we have this grudge. And this tree is growing up inside us. Or some of us are a little more aggressive rather than passive aggressive. We attack them. And most of us don't do that physically, but we do it with our words. We slander them. We're real great about how we do it in the church. We talk to other people. Hey, I need you to pray for this guy. He's such a jerk. Can you pray? And then we never get around to the prayer. We just end up talking about him, right? Here's the right way. Here's what Jesus is saying. He's saying, you need to be willing to re-engage the relationship. You need to be willing to say, Lord, I will do whatever you want me to do. And I will trust you with the results. I will put myself in a risky place, but I'm going to trust you with my heart with this person. Let me give you some questions to consider. Back to kind of what we said earlier. Who's your enemy? You got them. Or you got some enemy-like people. Who are those? So what does it look like for you to show them, your enemy, an act of love? What does it look like for you to be kind? What specific things would God call you to do? What does it look like to go the extra mile? So a lot of us are like, I'll do one thing. I'll give them a gift certificate, I'm out. Okay, no, wait. What does it look like to go to the extra mile? How can I literally join God in part of this reconciliation, part of this redemption? God, if you want me to be a part of that, I'll do it. That's really the spirit of what Jesus is talking about. You said, Darren, my deal is so complicated. It's so hard. I can't, it doesn't fit in the categories, and part of it makes, listen, isn't it great to be in a church where we don't have to figure this stuff out on our own? We literally have people, and at the end of our service, always, whether we do communion or baptism at the end, however we do it, there is an opportunity for you to pray and for you to say, you know what? I need some wisdom on this deal. Some of you don't need to pray. You need to go act because God has shown you exactly what to do. This is the stuff of life, right? This is where the rubber meets the road. This is the guts of Christianity. This is why people don't like Jesus. This is why we don't like to be obedient, because it's hard. And you know what? We have to depend on him, because this isn't stuff we can do on our own. But it's so wonderful that we have a God who's with us.